Hi, today I'm going to do a walkthrough installation of Zabbix, which is an open source tool to monitor networks, server, virtual machine, and cloud services. So let's get started. So if you're using a virtual machines like me, make sure that your virtual machines for the network adapter, make sure it's selected as a bridge adapter, and you can start right away after that. So you just go to your favorite browser, and then Zabbix. So install should be the first one here. Now install Zabbix. Then we can choose our platform. So the version, I just pick the latest one, and this one is the Ubuntu on my OS distribution as the host, and version 24.04, yes. And for the component, make sure you pick either server front-end agent or server front-end agent 2, which means this is the host machine. So make sure the server is running. So we're trying to install the server. So just pick that. And database, just pick what you're comfortable with. Mine is MySQL. Yours might be PostgreSQL. But I'm gonna pick MySQL. For web server, you can choose Apache or Nginx. I'm just go with Apache. And we can just follow the installation down here provided by them. So let's get started by opening the terminal. Let's align it. Okay, so the first thing is they want us to go to root. Okay, we are root. So we can install the repository. So we're trying to add new packages from the Zabbix. We download it. Now we install the packages. And then we packages because we add some new custom packages from Zabbix. So we're trying to update our packages repository altogether. Okay, now it's now that's done, we can install the component here that we need. So these are packages that we need to install to make it work. Just paste that in. Yes, continue. Okay, now that it is installed, and go to the next one, which is create a initial database. So we can do MySQL. So this just go to MySQL with root permission. Username root. Click enter. The password should be empty, nothing. So we just do like enter. So you get this error. So this error means like you don't have like a proper installation of MySQL server. So to fix that, you can just do apt install server, so that we have a proper installation of MySQL. Because the only server we got is Zabbix server MySQL, which is not really complete. It's only like for the Zabbix server. So we just have to install a proper MySQL just so that we can do the normal MySQL query or like a database and stuff like that for Zabbix. Okay, it's clear. And run our previous command again. Just hit enter. See, so now we're in. So now we have the proper installation of MySQL. That's how we can get in. So now let's get started. So let's copy everything here. So Shift V. Well, it's going to be easy. Let's enter. And set to and then okay, now that is set up the MySQL, we can go to the next step, which is ccat. Enter the password. So the password is the password we use to create with the create user Zabbix localhost. So for me, it's Comnet. So okay, now that it's done, we can go to the next step. So root and do enter for the password, and then it's a global thing here. Okay. Now we have to go to this file. So you can use anything you're comfortable with, like Vim, Winnie, or Vim. But I'm just gonna use Nano, which is the simple one. So let's do Nano. See Zabbix server dot pick enter, and we have to find DB password. DB name, DB user, DB password. That's yeah. So you can just remove the hashtag and add your password from that set earlier. So you after that you can do Control X, Y to save the file, and then enter to write it to that file. And after that we can restart the server using this. So systemctl restart, and then the server, the agent Apache 2. Okay. Just to make sure we enable it. Just to make sure again, we can do systemctl enable. Okay. Let's just do localhost slash Zabbix. Okay. Now that Zabbix is set up, we can go full screen here. So let's click next step. Okay, everything is installed. Make sure that everything is okay. And then next step. And then this is the MySQL. So the best localhost passwords. Do one. Just gonna do comments. Make sure I don't have typo. Okay. And then next step. Give it. Yeah. Zabbix server name. So server name is it's system for time. It's best to do time just because like you can monitor through times and stuff like that. Like for this one, I don't want to do much because it's just a tutorial installation, so I should do like next step. Step. Lead, I can click finish and username. Its password should be our correct username or password or account is temporary block. See, that's. I think there should be a Zabbix default username if I remember. So it's admin with the password Zabbix. Okay. Okay. Admin Zabbix. So this is the whole dashboard thing. So if you set up the time, your correct time, local time should be like this. But it's different because I didn't set it. And you should see like a Zabbix server which is running. It's like monitoring the system itself. So because we install the server front end agent, so which means we set up the server, the dashboard is the front end, and the agent is the monitored device. So it's also monitored itself. And so to monitor the device, make sure that your device install the Zabbix agent, and then you just point the IP into the server, and it's gonna monitor. So in this case, the server monitors itself. So we just click it and go to dashboard, and we're gonna see all the monitored system here. So this is the space utilization. So which is like this space. I allocate like 40 gigabytes of 39.1. Yeah, so like that. And network interfaces. So it's Wi-Fi, and it should show something. Maybe we have to refresh. And system performance. This is like your CPU usage, memory usage. So that's what you can monitor with Zabbix Linux template agent. So cache using. So this is the whole monitor stuff of the server health system. So now I'm gonna show you how to monitor a Linux virtual machine. So let me start an agent. So I have an agent one here, so I can start it. So the agent is the device you wanna be monitored, and the host is the monitor device, so you can see everything through the host. And what you're gonna do now is in the agent machine, you install the agent and then connect it to the server. So right now, okay, so we can just go to our favorite browser again and search for this one again, and then scroll down, select it again to 24.04. But this time, for the device you want to be monitored, make sure you click on agent, and doesn't need anything else, and just follow the step again. So open the terminal inside the Ubuntu and not my window one. Okay, so sudo -s again to go to the root mode, and follow the step here provided. So this to add the repository. Again, install this, and then update the repo packages similar. And we can do app install Zabbix agent, which is to install the agent. And install the Zabbix agent. Okay, now it is installed, so we should do a restart and enable again to make sure it's running. To make sure. Okay. And to check if it's running, we can do a systemctl status and Zabbix agent. We can see that it's active and running, so nothing to worry about. Okay. Now all we have to do is just do some configuration on the agent just so that it's pointed to the server device. So now we can go back to our host and set up the server. So to set up the server, make sure that you are still on root here, and then we can go to etc Zabbix, and then Zabbix agent. Click enter. This is the file where you modified all the information configuration of the agent. So make sure that the server and server active is pointed to your host IP address. So in this case, we need to set it up. So click. So that I can do install tools. Okay. Wait for a bit. Yes, if config is you can use it to get the IP address of the machine. Okay, now let's download it. Config again, and this my IP address right now is 1.2.168.100.54. So let's copy that, and in here in the server, I can just do comma and just paste it in. Same thing for the server active. Again, okay. Now I can do Control X, Y, and then enter. That. Okay, minimize that, and let's go to the host machine. We are the monitored machine. We can do. We should do the same. Nano. The Zabbix region config, and we have to do the same. Make sure that it's pointed to the same server. The server we use was 3.54. So yeah, so right. Make sure delete everything. It's because like it's an agent, so we don't have to customize it much. So we can just delete the local host one is pointed directly to the host IP address. So, same thing for the server active. So 0.168.100.95. Control X, Y to save, enter to save to the file, clear it, and make sure you restart the agent whenever you make changes. So we can do systemctl. Actually, we can copy from the website. It's easier. So just copy this. Paste it again. Enable. Okay, enable again and check the status. Systemctl Zabbix agent. So it's running. Okay, now I think we also have to update our host as well. So we use the thing button stuff enable start. Enable it. Check the status. Okay, status is running. Okay, now that it's set up, we can go back to our host and go to monitoring host and full screen create host. And for the host name, we can do the name of the Linux or like Linux. And for a template, it's like a template dashboard where you can use to monitor stuff. So they have a lot of template as well, so you can just search for. So our machine is a Linux machine, so just search like Linux. So this one, what you want to go, if you want to set up by prom or SMMP, you can. But we set up through a Zabbix agent or Zabbix agent active. But this time we can just use Zabbix agent easier. And host group, we can do select what is it. So it is my Linux server and virtual machine selected. And interface, we can add the agent IP address just so that I can connect into the host. So here, that's when we go to the agent and then do one. Right. So it's 100.55. So let's do 102.168.100.5. And yeah, that should be all. And we click add. Okay. Now that the host is add, it's you can check the availability here. If it's white, I think it's still loading. Yeah, the status is unknown. Wait until a little bit. It's gonna turn either red or green. Red, which means it's have some errors that you need to check out. And if it's green, which means everything is added correctly and it's working, and Zabbix is recording the data from the Linux server. So we can just wait a bit. Okay, now that it turned green, which means it's available and that it's set up correctly. And so we can check it by click here and go to dashboard. And we can see it doesn't load right away because it still need to collect some data. So it shouldn't load right away for the system performance as well. So it's still kind of like collecting data. So we can just wait a bit for it to load, but there should be one problem here. So this shows the problem within the system. It's a warning. We can click. We can see the problem is it has been restarted. So I think this is the problem with the connection. So the connection might restart for a bit. And we can check again. So this is the latest data. We can wait for the data to be collected for like a little bit. You can check the latest data. See, it's collected like available memory, CPU. So this is like how you can monitor the agent device. Those as well. So let's check the dashboard again. So this is the system performance. Yeah, there are a little bit of graph here, so which means it started to capture a little bit network interface as well. You can see it's nothing because we haven't done anything to the internet. The space as well. It's still recording the phone network interfaces. Let's play a YouTube video just so that it has some traffic for it to. Let me turn up the sound for it. Play its song. We can keep refreshing just so we can see if the data have been captured, but yeah, they start to capture the disk space. We can wait a little bit for the network interface because it's still sending it to the Zabbix server. So yeah, it's also captured everything. And that's how you monitor it. And also, you can add some triggers. So like here, it's reading the file system, and it's like managing the file system directory. Also, like this a trigger like give a warning if something. And for information, example, if the password is changed, it shows that the password has been changed. And if there's a high CPU usage, you can add it as well to give us a warning. And you can create a trigger as well, and you can set it up. And there's also a guide with how to create this on the Zabbix website as well. You can go to the documentation. There should be everything there, like the list down here for the trigger and stuff. So it should be easy to set it up. And this is like the easiest way to set it up so far. You can go back to monitoring host and then go to the dashboard again. Let's check the network if the network is recording anything. Okay, the network is starting to recording and it's go a bit high because in our agent machine we are playing a video right now on YouTube. So yeah, it should be capturing that right now. And if you keep it for long enough, it's gonna show a good graph as well. So that's how you set up Zabbix and monitor a machine. And you can also do the same to other devices as well. So you can just pick like what you want. So you want to do an agent or Ubuntu, anything like we pick. There's also one for Windows as well if you want to monitor the Windows server or Windows devices. So you can just pick your distribution here and make sure to select agent and then install it through the installation guide and make sure that it's pointed to the server IP address and then it should be fine. Yep, it seems like everything is working, the data is captured, so you can keep monitoring it. Yep, and that's how you easily set up the Zabbix server